Hello, and welcome to Moses Lake Lead Community Initiatives Update. My name is Carolyn Bess, publisher with the Columbia Basin Herald and a founding board member of Moses Lake Lead. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to a few of our board members, share who we are, what Moses Lake Lead is, and introduce a series of video interviews that will follow to educate you on the results of a survey that we did and the work being done on those key survey topics. I'm joined today with Theresa Sullivan, CEO of Samaritan Healthcare and chair, founding board member of Moses Lake Lead. Debbie Doran-Martinez, president and CEO of the Moses Lake Chamber of Commerce and founding board member of Moses Lake Lead. And Brant Mayo, executive director of Grant County Economic Development Council and board member of Moses Lake Lead. I'll be your host today and will ask a series of questions of our board members to familiarize you with Moses Lake Lead as well as the survey and the purpose of this series of upcoming videos as our way of reporting back to the community the results of the survey we conducted. With that, let's get started. So questions, first and foremost, people will be wondering, what is Moses Lake Lead? Theresa, being the board chair and founding member, can you please help us learn what Moses Lake Lead is?
Sure, thanks a lot, Carolyn. Moses Lake Lead is a 501c3 nonprofit organization formed by a collaboration of community residents and business leaders from a variety of organizations. And really, we came together with the purpose of being able to work across, I would say, community and organizational lines with the goal of purposefully creating, planning, and building the Moses Lake of tomorrow. LEAD is an acronym that stands for visionary leadership, economic vitality, community advocacy, and purposeful design. So Moses Lake Lead is of the community and by the community, and we are really striving to engage the community in creating a unified vision and set of goals for Moses Lake to strive toward accomplishing. To achieve this vision, we are looking to purposefully create, plan, and build a strategic plan that will position Moses Lake as the best place to live, work, and play in Central Washington. And one of the first things that we did was to engage an experienced community development consultant and conduct community input sessions and a community survey, which you're going to hear more about.
Great. Can you share the thoughts and goals of Moses Lake Lead and comments about the survey, Debbie?
Our goal is to recognize and honor our past as we work together across organizational, ethnic, and economic lines as one community to jointly build the future. In the end, providing Washington State's unmatched place to live, work, and play. Our initial priority was to better understand from stakeholders in our community, what exactly does it look like? What is important to the people and various stakeholders in our community? What do they like about Moses Lake? What do they not like about Moses Lake? And what, if anything, would you change?
Yeah, and in order to understand those questions, we pulled together a series of meetings with various stakeholders from around the community, included fire department, law enforcement, healthcare, education, recreational activities, cultural arts, our seniors, agriculture, religious, nonprofits, of course, the city, county, ports, EDC, several elected officials, and almost most importantly, the community residents across, different socioeconomical demographics. And we posed these questions to them. Then we created, to make sure that we got even more input, we created and sent out a survey to our community to get much collaboration and inclusion as we possibly could.
Great. Theresa, anything to add to that?
Yeah, so the really exciting piece of that, I think, is that collectively, we received over 745 responses, and we put those together with the in-person feedback sessions to create a consolidated summary of consistent feedback. The entire process took us about 6 months to accomplish, and this was done in 2019 and early 2020.
Early 2020. So here we are in September of 2021. Have these survey results been shared with the community? And why now a series of videos? Any of the three of you?
Sure. We have shared the results of the survey with the stakeholders and all of the survey respondents via email. We have also shared the results of the survey with the City of Moses Lake to help community feedback as part of the city's comprehensive plan. We were about to hold a community summit to share the feedback when the pandemic hit. We really felt like it was important to gather the community together and share the insights and identify what the next steps would be, but we held tight. In Q1 and Q2 of 2020, the City of Moses Lake's comprehensive plan process, which included community outreach and feedback, that in conjunction with the inability to hold large gatherings in person due to COVID, we decided to hold on further communicating our survey results so that we did not hinder the city's community outreach process. We actually shared our survey results with the city, which helped to give them a good initial baseline as they reached out for additional information. Those surveys results in unison with our results. As we began to open back up and have the ability to meet, we set a date and we're moving forward to conduct a community summit. And then the COVID cases started to rise again, forcing us to rethink a large in-person indoor gathering, hence our pivot to creating and communicating with the public via a series of video interviews.
Great. Brant, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I will say that through those surveys, we did identify, most likely identify 11 topics that were consistently mentioned in the surveys as things that the community would like to change. I would say the 11, and I'll just list them off here, are the water quality of Moses Lake, the intersection at Stratford Valley Road, a second lake crossing, lakefront development, building the K-12 schools, commercial air service out of Grant County International Airport, increased indoor activities, infrastructure out of the sand dunes, improved access to medical specialty care without having to wait so long for it, solutions for crime, grant gangs, homelessness, drugs, and number 11 that came across was more affordable housing, including rentals, so more of an inventory.
Okay. Theresa, anything to add to that?
Yeah, well, the good news I would say on those things is that a lot of work is being done or it's on the radar and there's plans already being worked on to address those. So that's pretty exciting. The other thing I would encourage everybody is to really look for this series of 11 videos that we are going to be having that will be an interview, one per week for the next 12 weeks. And they'll be on our special page as well as our website. So I'd ask people to watch for those. Each video is really going to be covering one of those 11 topics, and we'll have a member that hosts that, and they will introduce the topic, share some common and collective community feedback, and ask the subject matter experts from various organizations related to those respective topics. They'll also have questions in an effort to educate you on what's being done, what still needs to happen, and talk about timelines and other aspects of those projects, as well as asking for insight on what the community can do to help. We welcome those of you who do watch those to provide feedback and ask questions, share this with your friends. After all, this is your community, you're a part of it, and we need your input.
Great. So what happens after all of the videos have aired? So what are the next steps? Kind of give us a timeline there.
Our hope is that we will continue to receive positive feedback from the community and that the good work that is in progress is continuing and on the horizon continues to advance and come to fruition. As soon as we are able to gather again safely, we plan to move forward with a community summit. At that time, we will provide further updates on these topics, again, inviting subject matter experts to join us in this plight. And we will ask the community to help us prioritize these initiatives.
Brant, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would say that we'll also, hope to get a better understanding of what support's needed for each of these initiatives, and along with the resources and timelines to make these happen. And hopefully we can recruit some community advocates and volunteers where they're needed, and hopefully see the top 2 or 3 projects, initiatives come to fruition. And I think once we get a couple of those wins under our belts, we can tackle the remaining initiatives as a community.
Great. Theresa,
Carolyn, yeah, I would just add again that we really want the community's input. So we would invite the community to post comments. We would ask people to please make positive comments. We're here to make positive change. So please provide positive comments and their thoughts on how we can improve and accomplish these important initiatives for our community.
great. So anything else either of you want to add before we close?
Yeah,
Just encourage everybody to watch them all.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Theresa, Debbie, and Brant. We appreciate you sharing your insights and helping us to understand what to expect and to look for with this video series. We also appreciate all of the great work that Moses Lake Lead and each of you are doing behind the scenes in our community. If you are interested in becoming involved in helping with the solutions or have questions, please add them to the comments below the videos located at our Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/MosesLakeLead, or you can email us at moseslakelead@gmail.com. Thank you for viewing and thank you for caring about our community. Moses Lake is a wonderful place to live, work, and play, and together we will continue to purposefully create, plan, and position Moses Lake as the best place to live, work, and play in Central Washington. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.